Let's take a look at how that weather system impacted things basically from southern Ontario up towards southern Quebec. So Toronto's on the backside of it now. Basically, the snow there is wound down to some very light flurries. However, there is still some steady snow expected up past the Ottawa area and into western parts of the St. Lawrence River Valley, including up towards Mont-Tremblant and Quebec City as we make our way through tonight and into Friday morning. The snow zone for this weather system did stretch from southern Ontario, including in around London, that was probably around or just over the 20-centimeter mark, through Toronto, Peterborough, up past Ottawa. I think Ottawa has cleared 15 centimeters at this time, and then again onto the western side of the St. Lawrence River Valley. Here in the Maritimes, though, we were, of course, on the mild and rainy side of this weather system in that southerly wind, all except that northwestern corner of New Brunswick, which did see some snow, though I imagine it was a wet snow, probably compacted down the ground pretty good as it came down. For the rest of tonight, we're expecting cloudy skies, more rain, drizzle, and fog for most of the region. Now, the steadiest of the rain still to come is approaching from the south of us, and that's going to fill in across Nova Scotia and Prince Edward Island as we move through the overnight hours and into early Friday morning. Now, that round of rain will clear off towards the northeast as we move through Friday morning, replaced by a gusty and cold west and northwest wind. And as temperatures come down, the last part of that rain is going to be turning over to some flurries and even another area of snow across the north of New Brunswick. And in the snow in the north of New Brunswick for tomorrow, there could be some additional totals of between around 2 and 5 centimeters, maybe even 5 to 10 centimeters up in the higher terrain, locations between Campbellton and Bathurst. Now, as we make our way into Friday evening and Friday night, temperatures continue to come down. It's going to be cold. Be careful about wet surfaces or slushy surfaces turning icy. Here's a look at the winds in the forecast for Friday. They're going to be quite noticeable. They're going to be around from the west and the northwest, but you can see the gusts really pick up as we move from the morning into the afternoon. Widespread gusts tomorrow, 40 to 70 kilometers per hour. Some exposed areas of the southwestern coastline of Nova Scotia, even around Clark's Harbor, could peak with some gusts between 60 and 80 kilometers per hour. And it's that west-northwest direction that's returning colder air to the region. In the flurries for tomorrow, in most cases, accumulations are expected to be fairly light, except again the possibility of some amounts of 2 to 5 centimeters. Locally, maybe just over 5 centimeters in that higher terrain up in the north of New Brunswick. There will be another area of snow that moves into the Maritimes on Saturday, mostly developing late in the day, ongoing into the evening. And parts of the Maritimes could pick up some snowfall amounts of around 1 to 5 centimeters in that. Now, temperatures for tonight, pretty mild for much of New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island, and Nova Scotia. It does get colder, though, in the north of New Brunswick. Tomorrow's temperatures are mildest first thing in the morning, and then those temperatures will fall as we go from the morning into the afternoon. So most of these temperatures you can see in the Maritimes on the plus side of the scale, around the low to mid single digits for Prince Edward Island, mid single digits for areas of the east of Nova Scotia, around the low to mid single digits for northern and central parts of the province, and in the southwest. That's in the morning. And those temperatures will be falling towards and below freezing as we make our way through the afternoon. That gives us a little bit of a colder start to the weekend. For New Brunswick on Sunday, chance of some snow Sunday night into Monday, and after that a mix of sun and cloud, seasonably cold, and even a little bit below that Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of next week. For Nova Scotia in the outlook, watching for a mixture of snow and rain at the end of the weekend into Monday. After that, it gets cold again. Flurries in the forecast for Tuesday and a mix of sun and cloud for Wednesday and Thursday. And for Prince Edward Island at the end of the weekend, some snow possible Sunday night and into the start of next week on Monday. And flurries expected on Tuesday. Cold with a mix of sun and cloud Wednesday and Thursday, Todd.